We always look up at the sky, but rarely look down at the ground.
When the aircraft touches the runway, most people think the journey is over.
Between on-time flights and speed numbers, there is a world that exists in silence.
Passengers stand up, luggage is taken down, doors open, and people walk away.
Here, engineers and workers do not talk about speed. They talk about certainty. But that is only the end of the journey in the air, not the end of the work.
A plane has just completed a long flight. Every parameter looks perfect.
The aircraft stands still, but people begin to move.
But in the hangar, no one uses the word fine. Complacency is the greatest enemy of safety.
No warnings, no abnormalities. But in the hangar, no one says, "That's done."
A small detail may not fail today, but it could become a question 10 flights later.
She does not look for big failures. She looks for what could become one.
Here, no one is allowed to move faster than the procedure. Speed only matters when it comes with safety. Here, the question is not, can the aircraft fly again?
No audience, no applause, only discipline repeated every single day. The only question is, will the next flight be absolutely safe?
When the aircraft takes off, passengers remember only smoothness and speed. When the aircraft takes off again, passengers will never know what happened overnight.
But these silent people decide whether the flight is safe. In aviation, maintenance is always more important than speed.
But these silent people decide the safety of the next flight. After an aircraft lands, the most important work truly begins.
Passengers leave with a sense of relief. For them, the flight is over.
But on the other side of the airport, the real work is just beginning.
The aircraft stands still. But safety is never allowed to stand still.
No warnings. No faults. So why does it still get checked?
She's not looking for big problems, just slow, deliberate, intentional observations.
Because safety does not accept assumptions, even when everything looks fine.
No drama. No performance. Just small steps done correctly, every single day.
Passengers will never know what happened after the previous flight.
Aircraft are not checked because there is a problem. They are checked to make sure there never will be one.
Every time an aircraft takes off, all eyes look up to the sky.
People talk about smoothness, about speed, about arriving on time.
But very few people ever ask, what makes a flight truly safe?
Not in the sky, but inside the maintenance hangar.
He is not looking for a fault. He is looking for confirmation.
She does not disassemble anything. She does not open the engine. She simply stops, looks carefully, and listens.
1 second of caution here can mean thousands of lives safe in the sky. No one asks if we can do it faster.
Passengers will never know what just took place.
Safety does not come from luck. Safety comes from discipline.
Every time an aircraft rolls onto the runway, all eyes turn toward the sky.
But very few people ever ask, who decides that this aircraft is allowed to take off?
Not the pilots, not the automated systems, but the people who work in silence, following rules that are never allowed to be broken.
The aircraft may look perfectly fine, but the maintenance process still begins, at the right time, in the right order. He is not looking for a fault, he is looking for confirmation, because in aviation, assumptions are the most dangerous thing.
She does not disassemble anything. She does not open the engine. She simply stops, looks carefully, and listens.
1 second of caution here can mean thousands of lives safe in the sky.
No one is searching for difference. They are searching for consistency, only procedures and discipline.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just took place.
In aviation, safety does not come from luck.
Safety comes from luck. It does not come from speed. It comes from discipline.
Aircraft are not checked because something is wrong. They are checked to ensure that nothing ever goes wrong.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just happened.
Here there is no question of whether the aircraft can fly again. There is only one question: have we checked enough?
No one searches for difference. They search for consistency.
In aviation, the most dangerous thing is not a known failure, but the assumption that everything will always be fine.
Outside, the female engineer begins the visual inspection. She does not disassemble. She does not.
In that space stands the male engineer. He is not searching for faults. He is searching for confirmation.
Behind the terminal, where passengers never go, the lights inside the maintenance hangar turn on.
From the outside, the aircraft looks completely fine. And that is when the question appears: if nothing is wrong, why check again? The aircraft has just landed. Smooth. On time. Not a single warning during the entire flight.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just happened.
Here no one asks, what if something goes wrong? The only question is, have we done every step correctly?
Safety is not built on reaction, but on the precise repetition of what is right.
She does not disassemble anything. She does not open the engine. Only slow, careful, intentional observation.
He is not searching for abnormalities. He is searching for confirmation that everything was done correctly.
But aviation is not built that way, because reaction only happens when something has already gone wrong.
Many people believe safety comes from fast reactions. Warnings trigger responses. Incidents demand action. But very few people ever ask, what makes a flight not need to react?
Every time an aircraft leaves the ground, all eyes follow the moment of takeoff.
Aviation safety is not created when something goes wrong. It is created when there is no need to react, because everything has already been checked and repeated correctly.
Every time an aircraft leaves the ground, all eyes instinctively look up to the sky.
But very few people think about the unseen work, the silent hours before and after every flight.
At the center of this space stands a male engineer, familiar with numbers and checklists, repeated every day.
Beside him is a young female engineer, calm, focused, and deeply accustomed to the silence of this work.
The aircraft has just landed, smoothly, on time, with no technical faults recorded.
He is not looking for faults.
He is looking for confirmation that nothing has been missed.
She does not disassemble anything, does not open the engine, only slow, careful, intentional observation.
Safety is not created by reaction, but by the precise repetition of what is right. When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just took place.
Safety does not come from luck, not from speed, not from reacting to failure. Safety comes from discipline.
The aircraft has just landed, smooth, on time, not a single warning during the entire flight.
From their perspective, the flight is over. But for aviation, this is only the beginning.
Behind the terminal, the lights in the maintenance hangar turn on, not because something went wrong, but because responsibility begins.
At the center of this space stands the male engineer. He is familiar with numbers, with responsibility that begins after every flight.
Beside him is the young female engineer, calm, focused. She understands that safety begins in silence.
He is not searching for a fault. He is searching for confirmation. Confirmation that nothing has been overlooked.
She does not disassemble. She does not open the engine. Only slow, careful, deliberate observation.
Responsibility does not end when everything looks fine. Responsibility is repeated every day after every flight.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just took place.
In aviation, responsibility
Is not in the sky.
retes dans l'air.
Responsibility begins after every flight.
Every day, millions of people step onto an aircraft with one simple trust, that the flight will be safe.
That trust needs no explanation. But very few people ever ask, where does that trust come from?
In places passengers never enter, aviation trust is created not by promises, but by process.
At the center of this space is a male engineer. He does not trust feelings. He trusts what has been checked.
Beside him is a young female engineer, calm, focused. She understands that trust is never something to be assumed.
He is not looking for faults. He is looking for confirmation that nothing has been overlooked.
She does not disassemble. She does nothing dramatic. Only slow, careful, intentional observation.
Trust is not maintained by feeling. Trust is maintained by disciplined repetition.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what has just taken place.
In aviation, trust is not something assumed. Trust is something that must be maintained.
Every day, thousands of aircraft leave the ground, taking off on time, flying steadily, landing safely. From the passenger's point of view, everything seems perfect. But aviation has never been built on what merely looks fine.
Behind the terminal is where small details decide everything.
At the center of this space is the male engineer. He is used to numbers and to never missing a single detail.
Beside him is the young female engineer, calm, focused. She understands that safety does not come from feelings.
Major disasters often begin with very small details. A deviation that seems insignificant.
She does not disassemble. She does nothing dramatic. Only slow, careful, and intentional observation.
1 second slower here can mean an entire safe flight in the sky.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just took place.
In aviation, safety is not decided by big moments.
Safety is decided by small details checked the right way.
Every day, millions of people step onto an aircraft with an almost unconscious sense of trust.
They trust the doors will close properly. They trust the engines will perform exactly as designed.
But in aviation, trust is never given. It is created
where passengers never go.
He does not trust luck. He trusts what has been checked.
Each of the glory that live. She understands that trust is never built on feeling.
Trust is not built from the result of a flight. It is built from what happens after.
No dramatic actions, only slow, careful, intentional observation.
Trust is earned through discipline repeated every single day.
When the aircraft leaves the hangar, passengers will never know what just happened. In aviation, trust is not given. Trust is earned through maintenance.